Hey everyone, Reetonzzz here, and I've been playing VRChat a lot recently, and a load of people have been asking me how I'm using PlayspaceMover. I asked a load how to set it up, so I'm just gonna make this video of how to show how it works, the settings I use for it, how to enable gravity and physics, and how all that plays together. So the first thing that PlayspaceMover is it just lets you float around like this when you're in full body, so you can, for example, if there was a chair here and you wanted to sit on it, you'd sit in your real life chair. I'm squatting now, don't worry about it, and you just move yourself into the right position. If your hip tracker stays in tracking, there we go, and then you can move you around like that. That's what most people use as a standard setting. It's really easy to set up. I'll be showing it later, and that's the reset button. So when you're moving around, my play space stays over there, and it can mess around with you sometimes. And then when you just want to reset yourself, boom, I can just reset myself to the right position, no worries. And the next setting, which is what I get most asked the most, is this, the jumping mechanic. So you see, I can jump around in the air, uh, like a little rabbit or whatever. And so I'm going to show you how to set up that. There's the reset button again. So I'm going to show you the bindings that I use and how to set that up. Alright, so I've switched to a different character so I can show my bindings better. You know, having a paw didn't really help. Okay, so first thing is the menu button, right? I don't know if you can see this on, yeah, you can see this when I'm recording. Okay, so the menu button's what you hold to float around. It's pretty standard. You can do both controllers, easy peasy. And then to reset myself, it's one hand open and the other hand as well. So both of them together is what I use to reset myself to the correct position. And also only the left hand, that's what I use to toggle physics on and off. So I don't know which one I've done because I just spammed it. Okay, so this is a normal floating one, and then I'll press my left hand, and then I fall to the ground because I added gravity. So then that also enables the jumping like this. Oh. So when you want to use the jumping, you don't hold the button because when you're holding the button, it's basically like you're floating again. You want to just like as if you were at the height of your jump, so you'd just go like this. When you bring your arm down, you let go, and then that is your momentum for jumping. So it is based on the velocity of your hand movements. So the faster you move your hand, the further you're going to go, and the higher as well. All these settings can be altered. I've got the settings that I like. Uh, I'll put in the description all the different settings that you can use. I reset myself, that's fine. It does that a lot. So I might as well talk about that. So when you're jumping around like this, your play space is going to get moved around a lot and you're going to lose track of it. So for instance, if I keep jumping in a straight line, oh, you can jump in the air. I guess you can add that here as well. So I've jumped out the map. Obviously my character's stuck up there. I'm pointing, you can't see it. But then let's see what happens when I reset myself. I get put all the way back over here. So I'm kind of far out the map. See if respawning fixes it. It does not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It gets me closer, and I simply use my controller to walk forward. And then it brings you back to your character, and it'll fix itself. So that's basically it. Jumping things are really fun. If you ever want to use a small little avatar that you can just climb on people, that's how you do it. Use PlayspaceMover. If you want to climb a wall, for instance, so just like this, like a little Spider-Man, and then you jump off it. That's thanks to the gravity. So it's a really helpful tool, and I'm going to show you how to install it now. Okay, so we're on the desktop now, and we have two things that we need. First is the OpenVR input emulator. Without it, you're not going to be able to use the PlayspaceMover because it requires this. It's a really easy exe that you just run and it installs. And then also, this page for the actual Playspace Mover itself. I'll leave a link to both of these in the description. And I'm also going to leave a link to this, the OpenVR Advanced Settings, which is a really good tool if you're actually even going to use VR full body or not. It's a really good tool just for any everyday use. It has ways to fix your height. If you're like want to change anything, you can increase the super sampling to make it look good. Increase it too much, you're going to lag a lot, but just test what you can and can't run, see what works. I usually go to about 2.0, 3.0, somewhere around there is alright. Just don't crank it up too much. And yeah, you're going to need this if you're using full body anyway for the Playspace Mover, because just to get your proportions right, you can use this option, the Playspace setting, so you can adjust your height. It's really good to use, so I'll leave a link to this page here where it has the exe. So once you've downloaded all of these, I've got them here, you'll get these two exes that you'll just run really easy, follow the instructions, they'll install really easily. I'm not going to do it because I don't know if it's going to mess anything up. For the Playspace Mover, it'll come in this exe, which I've extracted to here, and you're just going to have these 5 files. So the only one you need to worry about is this one, the actual exe. So when you run this, don't worry about that. You'll come up with that message, you just run it anyway. It's going to try and find your VR, so it opens up my Steam VR here. And that's it, it's working. But we're not going to bother with that right now, because we're not going to use this one. Don't worry about it. So we're just going to close this and go away Steam. Alright, so what you're actually going to want to use is a shortcut. So what you can do is right click on it, send to desktop, create shortcut. That's what you're going to want to use. Okay, so I've already got mine on my desktop right here, my Playspace Mover shortcut. This is what I use all the time to open it. And why, you ask? So if we go to my actual, this is where I have my Playspace Mover. So I've got these settings here that I send to everyone. So this is the command to reset yourself, to reset the play area. So that's what I was doing, 2 open hands to reset myself. Also a command to enable physics, a command to edit the jump multiplier, and also a command to toggle physics on and off. So that's all you need to worry about, that's all I use. So what we would do is get this command, I'll leave it in the description. So we just copy that. We go back to the shortcut, remember we want the shortcut one, right click it, properties, and this target section is what we want to worry about. So it normally goes to where the default Playspace thing is, Playspace Mover, where you have it downloaded. We don't need to worry about it, just delete everything there, Control A, delete, and just paste in the command. And that's all we want there, and we'll click apply, and you'll see it'll automatically find its way back. But it's also added this command into the exe itself. So that's pretty much it. That's what's going to enable us to jump around and everything. That's how we enable commands. I'm going to show you the different commands that we can actually use. So if we go to the the Playspace Mover thing here, we've got all these here. So the only one I've worried about is enabling physics, because that enables gravity by itself. I didn't want to change the value of the gravity. The default is pretty good, I like it. I changed the jump multiplier, so it says how much force is applied when you're throwing yourself. I wanted a bit more, so I upped it. I put it to 130, I think. So that's what I like to use. You can edit it really easily. So if we go back, you would simply right click properties and just change this jump multiplier here to whatever you want. It's that simple. If you ever wanted to add another command, you could just simply just copy one of these and put it to the end of the command list like this. Just put it at the end of there. Or do what I did, have it in a notepad and just have it saved there in case you ever need it again. Really easy to do. And that's it. That's pretty much how you set up Playspace Mover. It's really easy to do. I'll leave all the links in the description along with my command that I use I've shown you how to do it. I'll also leave a link to this page as well in case you want to have a look at these, edit them yourself. Now, I should also mention, if you don't have full body tracking, there's a section here where you can apparently still use full body, not full body, use the Playspace mover and use fake trackers. I don't know anything about that. I don't know how to set it up, but if you follow this, it should tell you. Yeah, you just add these commands in, I guess. So yeah, I don't know anything about it, but if you really wanted to use PlayspaceMover without full body tracking, I think you just add these commands to the end of it, similar to these commands, and that would work, I guess. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and now I can just send this video to all you people who keep asking me how to jump around in game. So see you later, guys. Thanks for watching.